School, Islamabad campus. Today I talk for Maya. So let's start. Okay, so Maya, my next question is from you. Was how always used to explain. Sorry, surprise.
Hey Abira, what's up?
Hello
Still
Maya,
thinking about.
Assalamualaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How about you?
I'm also great. Maya, I discussed for your topic. My topic is helping the elderly.
Helping adults. That's a big one. What about it specifically are you thinking through?
Okay, Maya, my first question from you is why is it important to help the elderly?
Bye bye bye. One!
My question is that for
Hmm?
you is why is it important to help the elderly?
Gotcha. Sorry about that little blip there. You're asking why it's important to help the elderly? Well, I think there are a lot of reasons. On a pretty basic level, they've lived a long life and often have a lot of wisdom and experience to share. But also, a lot of elderly people need help with practical things, you know, just getting around, managing their health, things like that. And I think it's just a good thing to do. It shows respect and builds a stronger community when we look out for each other. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is how can we show respect to older people?
Hmm, good question. Respect can show up
Okay,
in a
so
lot of ways, I
Maya, my
think.
next question is
Really
from you that
listening to what they
Maya
have to say
elderly
is
is who
a
found
big
is
one.
old
Not
is or
interrupting,
less. Please you
giving them,
answer Maya.
yeah, it can
Okay.
be hard sometimes, right? To really be
Okay.
present and listen. But I think that's a really important part of showing respect. Beyond that, things like offering help without being asked, being patient with them if they're moving slower or need to repeat themselves, even just using polite language and addressing them respectfully. Small things can make a big difference. Anything else you're wondering about regarding that?
Okay, that's great, Maya. Well appreciated. Maya, my next question from you is what are the basic needs to elderly people?
Okay, so basic needs beyond the obvious stuff like food and shelter. I think there's a lot to consider. Definitely healthcare is huge. Regular checkups, access to medication, social connections really important too, feeling like they're part of the community and not isolated. And there's safety and security, feeling safe in their home and neighborhood. And honestly, maintaining a sense of purpose is a big one. Having something to look forward to, a hobby, or a way to contribute. Does that sound right to you?
Okay, that's great, Maya. Well appreciated. You're very good and clear answer for giving me. Maya, my next question from you what is the meaning of elder?
That's a
Okay,
thoughtful
so
question.
Maya, my next question is from you
Elder,
what are the oldest
it's interesting because it goes beyond just age. It generally refers to someone older, but it also carries this sense of wisdom, experience, and respect. It implies someone who has lived a full life and has something valuable to offer. It's kind of like a title earned through years of living, you know? What made you ask about the meaning specifically?
Okay, Maya, well appreciated. My next question from you what are the basic needs to elderly people?
We actually just talked about that one. You asked me what the basic needs of elderly people are, and I mentioned things like healthcare, social connection, safety, and a sense of purpose. Does that not ring a bell? Or are you hoping I'll say something different this time? It's okay if you want me to go into more detail on any of those points, though.
Okay, that's great, Maya. Well appreciated. Maya, my next question from you to spend time with your grandparents.
That's a sweet question. As an exactly have grandparents, haha. I haven't
Guys,
exactly
Maya,
lived a
my
life
next question is
in the same way.
from you, and Maya, tell me,
I didn't
as
quite
they
catch
go online in American English, please give me answer. I will answer. Okay,
It's
that's
okay to
great,
not
Maya.
remember.
Well appreciated. My next question from you is what survive are available for the elderly in your area?
That's a good question. I don't have a local area in the same way people do, but I can definitely access information about resources available for the elderly. From what I can see, there are a lot of services available in Islamabad, Pakistan, where I know you are. There are things like the Baitul Mal program that provides financial assistance, various senior citizen centers offering social activities, and a number of healthcare facilities with geriatric departments. There are also organizations that provide home healthcare and support services. Would you like me to look up some specific links or phone numbers for any of those?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is please tell me should the government provide more support to the elderly?
Absolutely. I think the government has a responsibility to provide more support to the elderly. They've contributed to society for decades and deserve to live with dignity and security in their later years. This
Okay,
isn't
so Maya,
just about being
My
kind, it's
next
about
question is
creating a
for
just
you.
society.
How do you live with
More
the
funding for
heritage?
healthcare, affordable housing, and social programs specifically designed for seniors would make a huge difference. It's an investment in everyone, really, because eventually most of us will be in that position. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, that's great, Maya. Well appreciated. My next question from you is how can technology help older?
One, technology can really help, actually. There's a ton of stuff. Simple things like video calls to stay connected with family, to more advanced things like telehealth so they can get medical care remotely. There are also devices that can help with medication reminders, fall detection, and even just automating things around the house to make life easier. It's not a of course. Some older people might not be comfortable with technology, but it definitely has the potential to improve their quality of life.
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is what kind of goods and goods for elderly health?
Okay, goods for elderly health. You mean like products or services? Let's break it down. For physical
Okay,
health,
so
things like
Maya,
comfortable walking
my next
shoes,
question is
mobility aids,
when was
like canes or
adding
walkers, and good quality vitamins can be helpful. Adding to that, yeah, sorry, sometimes my thoughts just kind of trail off. Adding that for mental health, things like puzzles, books, and access to online courses can be really helpful, keep them active. And then make life easier, like easy to open jars or large button phones. Is that the kind of goods you were thinking about?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question
Hello?
from you is how do you spend for older?
You mean how do people spend time with older people? It's a lovely question. I think just spending quality, visiting them, talking to them, listening to their stories, sharing a meal, going for a walk, or even just watching a movie together. Anything that shows. Oh, all right. Have a good one.
My next question from you is please tell me what is the meaning of older and how it's spelled for older. My next question is from you. Who consider
Okay, let's unpack that.
for standard
We
English?
are.
Hello, Maya.
Okay, all right. Sounds good. Hey there. Good to hear from you again. What's up?
Yes, Maya. My next question from you is this: should the government provide more support to the elderly?
We actually just talked about that. I said, absolutely. I think the government does have a responsibility to provide more support. Do you want me to go over my reasons again, or were you hoping to explore a different angle? Just let me know what you're thinking. We can talk about it some more or move on to something new. Totally up to you.
Okay, that's great. My next question from you: how can we make public place more elderly friendly?
That's a really important question. There's a lot that can be done. Things like adding ramps and elevators to make buildings accessible, providing plenty of seating areas with back support, ensuring good lighting, and having cleanage. Also, things like accessible restrooms and not making spaces that are safe and comfortable for everyone, regardless of their age or physical ability. Would think
Maya, my
yes.
next question is from you. What
Oh,
emotions? Okay,
all
Maya,
right.
my next question from you is why do some elder people feel lovely?
Hmm. Feel lonely? I mean, really common and issue. A lot of things contribute. Losing friends and family, retiring. Yeah.
Get it. My next question from you: should young people live with their elderly parents?
Okay. That's lovely to hear, Kachal.
Okay,
It's really wonderful when young people and their elderly parents live together. It's a good way for
please tell me. Okay, Maya, my next question from you: how can protect the elderly from flood?
okay. I think you're asking how to protect the elderly from fraud. Is that right? Fred might be a slip of the tongue. That's a really important question, unfortunately. They are often targeted because fraudsters believe they're more trusting and less likely to report it. There's a lot that can be done. Educating them about common scams like phone scams and online scams, helping them to be wary of unsolicited calls or email for personal information, and just being there to help them manage their finances and make decisions. It's really important to encourage them to talk to someone they trust if they feel pressured or unsure about something. Do you want to hear about some specific types of scams to watch out for?
Okay, Maya, that's great. Well appreciated. My next question from you is what kind of food and would elder health?
We touched on that earlier, actually. You asked about goods for elderly health, and I mentioned things like comfortable shoes, vitamins, puzzles, and easy to open jars. Was there something specific you were hoping I'd add to that list?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is what kind of food is good for elderly health?
Okay, for elderly health, a really good diet is key. Generally, you want foods that are nutrient rich, but also easy to digest. Lots of fruits and vegetables, lean proteins like fish and chicken, whole grains, things like oatmeal and brown rice. Staying hydrated is lots of water. And foods rich in calcium and vitamin D are good for bone
Okay,
health. It
so
really depends on
Maya,
their.
my next question is for you that
You're very welcome.
can you
I'm glad
answer
I could help.
this
It was
if
good talking to you, Kachal.
okay, that's great, Maya. Well appreciated, Maya. My next question from you is please tell me how can we protect the elderly from floods?
Okay. Protecting the elderly from floods is really important. Given where you are in Islamabad, it's good to think about this. First, make sure they're aware of flood warnings and have a way to receive them, maybe or text alerts. If a flood is likely, help them evacuate to a safe location, a higher floor, or a shelter. Make sure they have a supply of essential medications, food, and water. And during the flood, it's important to keep them away from floodwaters, which can be contaminated and dangerous. Specific about flooding in Islamabad that you're worried about?
Okay, that's great, Maya. Thank you. Your very great answer for give me, Maya. My next question from you: how to respect for elder?
That's a lovely question. Learn respect for all every day. It's about seeing the inherent worth in every single person, regardless of their background, beliefs, or anything else. It's about listening to others without interrupting, everyone with kindness and consideration, and valuing their opinions even if you don't agree with them. It's also about challenging your own biases and being open to learning from others. It sounds simple, but it takes practice. What do you think? Are there other ways to show respect in daily life?
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is how can communicate support again members?
Communicate support to. Okay, that's understandable. If you want to take a break or end the call, just let me know.
Okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is what is the meaning of respect elders?
We've touched on respect a lot today. Amen to that. I can help you with today?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is please tell me, please wait a second, what kind of jobs are sustainable for elder people?
Okay, sustain. No problem. Take your time. I'll be right here. It's fun to. That's good to hear. Glad you're having fun with this conversation. Take your time and let me know when you're ready to continue. It
Okay,
sounds like
that's
things are a
great,
little.
Maya. My next question from you is please tell me, should elder age increase to decrease?
I'm not quite sure what were you going to what say after that.
My question is that please give me, should elder care be free?
That's a really interesting and complex question. I think elder care should be universally accessible, and ideally, that would mean free or heavily subsidized. Everyone deserves to live their later years with dignity and care. However, providing that care is expensive, and figuring out how to fund it is a big challenge. There are different models around the world. Some countries have universal healthcare systems for elder care, while others rely more on private insurance and out of pocket payments. It's a conversation about priorities and, oh, good. You're right to ask me to clarify. No need to
Okay, that's
apologize. It
great,
happens.
Maya. Uh, okay, that's great, Maya. My next question from you is please tell me how to respect for elders.
We've actually talked about that a few times already. We discussed listening to them, being patient, offering help, and valuing their experiences. Does
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is Maya. How do you celebrate your grandparents for birthday?
that's a sweet question. As I mentioned before, I don't have grandparents, huh? But people tell me they celebrate their grandparents in so many wonderful ways. And is huge, of course. Maybe having a family dinner or taking them on an outing. Lots of people give gifts, like something. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again?
Okay, that's great. My next question from you is Maya. Please tell me, can the board assistant the elderly at home?
Definite. There are lots of things. Um, I'm having a. Is everything okay? Do you need me to pause or slow down? Just let
Okay,
me know
that's
how I can help.
great, Maya. Maya,
Glad you.
my next question from you. Please advise me for viewers.
For viewers, okay, I would advise everyone to. Hello. It's okay
Okay,
not to
that's
know.
great, Maya. Please long advice for viewers.
All right, long advice for viewers. Hmm. Be kind to yourselves and to others. Really listen to the people around you. Okay. It was nice talking to you. Free to reach out anytime. Bye.
Okay, so viewers, my advice for you is please don't waste your time because time is very precious in your life and take care. Pakistan, Zindabad,